Hey guys, Matt here. Welcome back to my channel. Here we talk about stocks, investing, personal finance, yada yada, from the point of view of my own financial journey. In this video, I'm going to give you my final portfolio review of 2020, how it all turned out. I'm also going to show you my dividends, everything I've earned in 2020, and then finally, stay to the end because I'm going to talk about my future plans for 2021, both for my portfolio and for my YouTube channel. So this is my portfolio right now. I am currently sitting at $33,651.97. And I gotta say, if you would have told me back in February that I'd be making over $33,000 by the end of this year, I would not have believed you. Just to put things in perspective, this is the first video I posted on my YouTube channel. Back in February, I had $5,400, somewhere around then. So to go from that to 33.6 thousand, that's roughly $28,000 difference. I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with that amount. Not only that, I am up by 32.7%, and that is almost an $8,000 gain. Most of my stocks are in the green, except for AT&T, but you know it'll get there someday. But just taking a look at my winners and losers. Right now, Tapestry and Revolve are leading the team with over 100% gains. That just goes to show about my investment strategy. I don't like, with the exception of Tesla, and we're going to talk about them in a second. With the exception of Tesla, I don't like to buy these, hot growth, 5x, 10x stocks. That's not the kind of investor I am, at least not now. I'm very boring. I like to buy stocks of quality companies that have got the shit beat out of it. And when I bought this was during the pandemic when everything was shut down and prices were crashed and all that shit. Like, I bought Revolve around an average of cost basis of $13.68. Like Tapestry, back when $13.49. I mean, that just goes to show you that, I am not a financial expert. I don't know, I'm not an accountant. I don't have a degree in financing, anything like that. I'm a network engineer by day. Basically, all this is picking quality companies, dollar cost averaging as they go down, and then just having the market discipline not to sell when you see things crash. And then other than that, just patience. That's all it is. Just investing in great companies and patience. There's nothing spectacular about what I'm doing. Now, I do make pretty good money at my first job, but I don't have a side hustle. I don't have anything like that. This is all just time in the market. And some of the things I've learned to stay away from all these hot stocks just because everyone's talking about it. Now, it's fine to invest in the hot stocks, but you got to do your own research first. For example, and this is more of a disappointment than anything else because watch my earlier YouTube videos, I was really into Nikola at first. And this was after they went public and they shot up to, almost $80? And this was when Trevor Milton was out there cracking jokes at Tesla's expense and all that stuff and all this talk and no action. And then everything went to shit. And if you bought Nikola at their peak, if I bought Nikola at their peak, I'd be down 80%. That is not good. I am really glad I decided against Nikola. Now let's talk about Tesla. I released videos on Tesla earlier, and basically I love the stock, but I thought the stock was too expensive, way too expensive. And I bought Tesla right when the split happened, where at the time they're at their all-time high. So eventually I caved in and I bought in, which is something I don't normally do, but I got FOMO and I bought in. And then Tesla started dropping and I immediately regretted it. And even now, even though I'm up 71%, I still regretted that decision. Even though I'm making money off of it, even though it turned out well, I still don't like that I did that. From here on out, I'm pretty much only going to be buying, quality companies, boring companies, that sort of thing. One company I bought late that I'm really happy about is ARK. I made a video about ARK, and I'm, as the first ETF to this portfolio, I'm really glad with its performance so far. And I'm really happy with Cathie Wood and how she's managing the ETF fund. Now, one missed opportunity is that I sold Uber right around $40 or so, right around here. I made a whole ass video on it, And then right after I made that video and right after I sold it, it shot up to the 50s. Now, I mean, do I feel bad about losing out on money? Yeah, but it's not like I lost money. I mean, I sold at a pretty good profit. I do feel, you know, a bit of FOMO, like, you know, FOMO realized like I missed out on it, but it's not the only stock in the market that's going to go up. And honestly, I just didn't really like Uber anymore. And I feel that's a good enough reason to sell out. I can place my money in other quality companies that are doing just well. It's not like I'm doing terrible. Now, as far as my dividends, there isn't a whole lot of variety in what I've earned, but scroll down to the bottom here, and you can see, hopefully my face isn't blocking it, you can see I've earned $270 this year in dividends. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not enough to live on, but that's $270 that I didn't have before. And that's going to get even better next year. And next year, in 2021, I am expected to earn about $674. So 2021 is going to be even better. And that's going to get even bigger and bigger as I keep investing more and more. So things are going really well. Well, things went really well in 2020. I don't like to talk about it a lot out in public outside of this channel because I know it was a bad year for a lot of people. And a lot of people suffered, but I'm doing pretty well. But moving forward with my plans for 2021, let's talk about that. So for 2021, my goal is to get this portfolio from where it is now for $33.6 thousand to $55,000. That is my 2021 end of the year goal. Now we don't know what 2021 is going to do to us because it hasn't started yet, but I think I'm going to make that amount. I feel pretty good about it. Now, just as I've been doing every single month, I'm going to drop $1,200 into this account. And then from that, I will distribute it as I see fit. Now, as far as any moves I'm going to make, like, there aren't any positions I'm looking to add. Now, I mean, that's the whole thing with buy and hold investing is a lot of it is boring. Just watching and sitting and looking at stocks here and there, but that's it. There aren't any positions I want to add. Now, if anything, I'm looking to trim some of these down. Like, for example, let's take a look at my top earners. Like, for example, Tapestry. I go long in July of next year. If this, unless they start with their dividends, if this gets even better, like, I might sell out. I may take profits. Like, 133% gain is a really good position to take profits on. So that might be possible. But nothing's really set in stone yet. But one thing I would like to do is invest in more ETFs. Like, for example, I know ARK Invest has plenty more specific ETFs that I like to look into and invest in. So ARK is another one that I really want to explore a little more. Pfizer. Pfizer. Now, I have nothing against Pfizer at all. I'm actually up 15.94%. But I'm thinking of selling Pfizer next year once I go long on that. Now, I have nothing against Pfizer at all. Not one bit. It's just that I don't really have any business being in healthcare stocks because I'm not a medical professional. I barely understand it. And I just don't know if I have any business being in it. So I might sell this and take all my earnings and put it into a healthcare ETF or something like that. Now, as far as the future of my YouTube channel, if you subscribe to me because you're interested in following my financial journey and how I feel about shit and things I learned along the way, well, you won't be disappointed because that's exactly what I'm going to keep doing in 2021. Now, the thing with buy and hold investing is a lot of it's kind of boring. There are weeks where I just don't have anything to talk about, and those weeks I feel fine just skipping. But other than that, it's just going to be the same old, same old. Now, one thing I would like to do is more of the passing on what I learned thing. Like, for example, I learned a lot about Fidelity, and I want to make videos on very simple things for a very beginner type of shit, like how to buy a stock, how to sell a stock, you know, the different types of orders, like market orders, limit orders, stuff like that. I want to make very basic videos on people that are just getting into stocks. That's something I want to explore a little more in 2021. But other than that, same shit, different day, or same shit, different year. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.